Simple random sample, also called an SRS, of size n is a sample chosen in such a way that every group of n individuals in the population has an equal chance of being selected as a sample. So if you have a population of 1,000 and you want to choose a sample of 20, every single way you could possibly get a group of 20 out of that 1,000 people has to have the same chance of being chosen as any other group of 20. In order to choose an SRS with technology, you have to follow 3 steps: label, randomize, and select. To label, you give each individual in the population a distinct numerical label from 1 to capital N, where capital N is the number of individuals in the population. Then you randomize. Use a random number generator to obtain lowercase n different integers from 1 to capital N. Then you select. Choose the individuals that correspond to the randomly selected integers. So if you have a population of 1,000 again, and you're trying to choose a sample of 20, you would number all your population members from 1 to 1,000. Then you'd use the random number generator to randomly select 20 digits from 1 to 1,000. Then you would take the 20 people that match up with those randomly selected numbers, and that would be your sample of 20. When choosing an SRS, we make the selections without replacement. So once an individual is selected for a sample, they can't be selected a second time. Most random number generators, though, are going to sample numbers with replacement. So it's important that you explain that repeated numbers should be ignored when using technology in order to select an SRS. Our example, what do we do if the landfill is full? When landfills run out of room, they are sometimes converted into parks. Does the presence of a landfill underneath affect the trees that grow in the park? One such park has 283 trees, and researchers want to closely inspect a sample of 20 trees. So we're going to describe how to select an SRS of 20 trees using slips of paper. They follow the same steps as using technology, but we would give each tree a distinct label from 1 to 283. We would number 283 identically sized slips of paper from 1 to 283. We would put those slips of paper into a hat or a box and mix well. We would then select 20 slips of paper and then inspect the 20 trees that are labeled with the selected numbers. Now we want to describe how to select an SRS of 20 trees using a random number generator. Here's where we're going to very specifically write out exactly what we do for each step. So for step 1, which is labeling, we're going to give each tree a distinct label from 1 to 283. Step 2, which is randomizing, we're going to randomly generate 20 integers from 1 to 283 and ignore any repeated integers. Step 3, which is selecting, we're going to inspect the 20 trees that are labeled with the generated integers.